Welcome back to the Podsack Podcast. It's our 100th episode today. We're going to be talking about anime. Let's go.
100th episode.
Can you believe it? 100 episodes.
100 episodes. Boys, we made it.
We didn't do anything special for this 100th episode.
Nope.
It's just
Actually,
another
well, we
episode.
did one cool thing right here.
This is
Right
true.
there. That's it.
Right there.
So, Saxwell, thank you for tuning into our 100th.
Yep. Thank you. Thank
And
you.
now we're going to announce the winner of our pop giveaway.
Big
And
giveaway.
I think it was kind of obvious to all of us because it's the only dude that's been commenting.
100%.
There are some randos that commented on like a video.
Yeah.
But this dude has been
About
consistent.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, one was about Bitcoin.
I saw that. I
was
was like, who talked about Bitcoin? And I
totally
was like,
random.
none of us.
No.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he's the only dude that's been commenting consistently on all of it, which we said was one of the requirements.
Yep.
He's a subscriber too.
Yeah, he's been liking it all.
And he's
He
been
loved
liking
your
them all.
guys' Christmas sweaters.
He loved the Christmas sweaters.
Love the
He's
Christmas sweaters.
He's been making topical comments.
Very to the video.
Yeah.
Which is
Can't
what we
even-
wanted.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
And we love you, man.
yes.
Nav. We love you, man.
You're the winner.
You are.
That's
You're
nice.
taking these.
You can do whatever you want with these once they're sent to you.
Yep.
We'll get in contact with you, get your address and everything, and either drop it off or ship it to you, whatever you want us to do.
Yep.
But they are yours.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Congratulations.
And if we drop it off, you will get a personal hug.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good. And a high five.
Yeah.
A high five from the boys.
And maybe a tickle. I don't know.
Maybe. Just maybe.
No Diddy.
No.
no
diddling.
No
Yeah.
diddling.
Diddly do.
But
Yeah.
we actually do
Joke's
have
on you,
a
it's
lot
opposite
of
day.
cool stuff to talk about
Yes.
on this episode, on this 100th episode. We
Yes.
also, I know you can probably hear in the back, maybe
It's
some
not
jingling.
Santa's reindeers.
It's not Santa. It's not Rudolph. We swear it's not Rudolph. We did not take
Steal them
Rudolph
after
and
Christmas.
throw him in there. No, Sheldon's cat is playing around with his toys. So
He's having a lot of fun with this ball that he hasn't played with in ages.
yeah,
And today's the day he decides on our 100th episode to play with his little jingle ball.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's celebrating with us.
He's celebrating with us. This is a celebration. Whoa!
oh, let's hope so.
All right. So yeah, we do have some fun stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about, of course, the big bad in the room, solo leveling. We got
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Dragonball Daima, episode 13. They took a week break for the new year, which
Yep.
is totally fine.
Yep.
And then we have the brand new Netflix anime special, Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto.
It was highly been anticipated by a lot of people, apparently. Manga readers were very excited for this animation to drop.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of that, a little bit of Marvel news,
Mm-hmm.
just a little thing,
mhm.
and yeah, maybe some other things if we get to it.
Maybe.
if we get to it,
We'll see.
yeah,
We'll see.
it'll be fun.
Yeah, I say we skip our weeks because honestly, first week of January is
Yeah, you did like nothing.
is nothing.
I did nothing.
I did nothing.
We just went back to work.
Platinum Borderlands 1.
Yes.
Congratulations to me. Woo!
100 episodes and a platinum. Wow, look at us.
That's
We
what's
made
up.
it, dude.
Let's go, dude.
We made it.
Yeah, so I did that. That's about it.
Yeah, I didn't just work.
I
That was it.
started school. So
And what about you, Pat?
I don't know. Casual ER. That's fine.
Casually.
Casually
Oh,
are.
had to drop it again.
Not ranked? You
Not
just-
ranked?
You're not going to ranked yet.
No. If it was ranked, I'd be dead.
He's in there with the cancer patient.
so what happened? You had a
Trying to
chest
beat him
infection?
out.
I had a chest infection.
What
yeah.
was it?
It was just a chest infection.
That
And-
doesn't. They didn't tell you what it
No.
was.
Like it wasn't pneumonia,
No.
bronchitis.
No.
They
That
said,
was
you know what,
just
dude? So it's just a
infection.
chest infection.
Yeah.
What if it's lupus, dude? That's
Is
what
it
they always
lupus?
say in house. I'm watching that.
And house?
Yeah.
My
Sarcoidosis?
goodness. This is the most.
I'm getting a medical degree, so that's, I've been trying to keep it secret.
Yeah.
I quit electrician, and I'm a doctor now.
Now, 30
Now.
days he became a doctor.
Yeah. No.
It's actually been a week. I sped through it.
Did you get your freaking degree where like Harvey Specter got his? Like, I don't understand.
No. So season 5, right? of House is about 4 years of medical degrees.
yeah.
Each season is a medical.
Yeah. It's a different medical
Yeah.
degree. Yeah. So he's actually like
I'm an oncologist,
the only-
pathologist, and I do specialized dietitian.
Yeah.
He almost didn't say the
struggled
word.
to
Yeah.
get that
He
one
almost
out.
lost the word.
Oh my
I
God.
am tired. I've been studying a lot.
Okay, let's
Solo
jump into
leveling.
this. Solo leveling.
So solo leveling, guys. This is a spoiler. We should just call it the spoiler show. But all of our
Yeah, six.
episodes are spoilers.
Yeah.
Like we just go into it.
Yep.
I don't care I got spoiled on something big.
Yep.
I thought I could forget it.
It's out now, so if you haven't watched it,
You
go
need
watch
to
it.
tell me what the spoiler is that you know.
No, you can't say it live on pod. You can't say it live on pod, and you can't say it live in front of me, okay? Because I don't know what it
If
is.
you got spoiled, I already know. He would know too.
Yeah.
And then all the manual readers.
Yeah,
also
but then you're
know.
gonna spoil everybody who's keeping up. We're keeping up with the anime.
It's things that happened to him that
Oh.
I know of.
He gets loved
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding,
by the
ding.
blonde hair
It
woman.
looks like you were touching his crotch for a second.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Yeah, so let's get back to the episode.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
we have a
continues right from episode 1. It starts with Hunter Kim,
Hunter Kim,
A rank hunter,
A rank.
who took all the B ranks with him.
Yep.
To go and survive and left the E ranks to die.
Yeah. The strike team, as he called it.
Yeah. Comes back shivering, wondering what the hell happened because his entire team got wiped out.
Mhm.
He was the only one left alive, and he ran like a coward.
Yep.
We see him walk, and he sees in this open field the E rankers just chilling, laughing, having conversation under a tarp filled with food and a hot fire, and they're drinking hot cocoa and coffee.
It was a nice
Yes.
time.
And then then the camera pans to that overhead view
Where they look crazy.
Yeah, they do that where
Like
you see
extended forehead,
Yeah,
eyeball
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
the thing, the pain from Naruto. Where
Yes.
he's like, now I understand why I did. You're
We didn't have the
"Alright."
gear that
Yeah.
we needed. What? The warm gear that they're
Yeah.
wearing?
yeah.
That would stop
No, the hot
ice.
cocoa was gonna save y'all.
Yeah.
100%.
That would have melted the ice arrow.
The
Would
hot
have caught it in a
cocoa.
cup.
Said some dude got it between his
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
In his eye. In his eye tear ducts. Good lord.
So yeah, he goes a little crazy, goes to attack them,
Mhm.
and then he gets brain damage, which is cool.
Yeah. Jinwoo ends up like
Just
stopping him
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, just back of the head, down.
and then throws.
Big toss.
Bye bye.
And then
Gone.
he's like, the rest of you
Yeah.
can come out.
Just basically so long, Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can all come out now. And all these elves that are invisible just show up.
Yep.
Oh, the ice elves.
Yep.
Yeah.
The leader ends up coming out and he's like, we want you.
To fight this one.
Yeah. I heard you were
He's
strong.
just Sun Woo just comes in, just chops that homeboy's
That
head
was
off.
way too clean.
So clean, so quick.
It was
done.
so fast.
It
The
was-
dude stood there smiling.
Yeah.
And then you
And
just
it
see
was
the
like,
blood.
I just loved the effect of it because it was just that wide back shot and it was just him basically like teleporting and the
Mhm.
dude's head just coming off, but the blood spraying everywhere.
Yes.
You're like, that was brutal
Mhm.
and so
and then
cool.
he just says, and
he says, and
then I will fight you now.
yeah, now I'll fight you.
Mr.
And,
Duffman.
And then the Ice Slayer's like, but I have an army. And Jinwoo says,
And
and?
it's like
That-
it's like, dude, where's my car? And then
And then he just summons an army of bears.
All of them.
bears and night.
Bears and soldiers.
Night.
And soldiers. And there is a little flashback there of saying like he couldn't get the Ice Slayer, the what's his name? Oh wait, no, I'm jump forward.
You
We're all
are.
good.
Yes.
We're all good. We're all good. I'm jumping way too forward.
I was so far ahead.
You
Yeah, it
skipped
was, it was,
so
it was.
far.
I skipped so far.
Yeah, no, but he brought out Egress.
Mm-hmm.
Did he bring out the bear? The main bear? The prime bear?
No, first he's still fighting him, and then he's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is getting too tough.
He brings
'Cause-
out iron, doesn't
Yeah, no.
No,
That's-
you're
you're
completely
jumping-
jumping,
okay.
jumping.
So what he fights? They're
Okay,
are
okay.
you, man?
I'll,
I'm thinking-
I'll reel you
he-
guys
it's
back in.
melded.
he brings up his people.
I'll reel
right?
you guys back in first because you guys skipped a bunch of few stuff.
We did.
Did we?
Oh,
What did we
yeah.
skip?
Because
The
the elves
top-
and the soldiers started fighting.
No, before
No,
that.
and then also
The elves are shooting arrows at the.
Before
at-
that-
at-
no. There's also at the red gate. 'Cause
Jeez,
then it
we
jumps
are so
back
far
into
off.
the streets.
the red gate, they're talking.
Yeah, Bayek and
Oh, Beg and Sun Cook?
yeah,
Sun
Dong
Dong
Su.
Dong Su?
Dong Su and
Su.
Bayek.
Their names are so confusing.
Dong
This is what I'm
Su
saying.
and Bayek.
Their names are so confusing.
They start having their own little conflict because Dong Su's like, "Yo, why is
Yeah.
this guy with you guys?" He's
Yeah.
like, "What's so interesting about an E-ring that the White Dagger Guild's gonna be like, hey, come with us, big dog."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then he goes and he attacks one of the guys, holds him straight up like Kane and Undertaker,
Yeah.
has him in a choke slam, pose, just holding the homeboy like you give me your milk money.
Yeah.
And then Bai comes, transforms like he's Wolverine.
Yeah, he turned white.
Yeah, he went white, which was interesting.
White. It's like because that's why he's a white tiger.
Oh,
shout that out there.
okay.
All right, don't be cops, boys.
Don't be what?
Don't be cops.
Don't
So
be
what?
cops.
Those guys got a white tiger. Why is it called white tiger? Guy turns into a white tiger.
That makes
That's
sense.
his power.
Well, I didn't
Okay.
realize I knew that he was like one of the owners. I didn't realize it was named after him.
Yeah, it's named after him.
That makes
It's
sense.
named after the S rank always.
Mhm. Oh, wait, what? Really?
Not
Yeah.
always.
Oh, sometimes.
Oh,
Just him.
Okay. So just him.
Where-
So
How
we
did you
went from
get-
everybody.
How did you
to
de-escalate
just him.
all the way to just yes by himself.
My hypotenuse told me.
Hypotenuse told me.
Yeah, so we have Dungsu holding the dude, Bayak basically coming and turning into Wolverine, stopping Dungsu,
Yeah.
right?
Then
And then they
have
do a
little-
fisty clash.
They do a fisticuffs.
and explosion
And then
But-
the A rank examiner guy comes.
and
How?
stuff.
This is my question. The A rank examiner, the guy who examined Jinwoo back in like episode 3 or whatever, he comes in and just stops their punches.
Yeah.
He's an A rank.
Yeah,
But he even
that
said
he's
that
like,
they
you guys
held
held back at the end. He's like, if you guys didn't, my arms would have been
So he's
gone.
probably like the strongest A rank, and he can stop like the lowest S rank attack.
Okay.
That's my assumption.
Okay.
Or
It was
theory.
just weird.
Yeah.
I was just like, how is this dude stopping? I wanted to see a cool clash.
And then that's when it jumps
is.
back into the.
Into that thing, and the elves are like shooting arrows
Yeah.
at the other guys, man.
Before we do that, you guys did forget that the elves and Sangjin would talk.
Right.
They mentioned some things.
Some actual overarching story elements.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It was a little bit of detail that we got about this world. These monsters. Well, first off,
And
they
the
can't
system.
communicate with Jinwoo because Jinwoo can just speak beast talk.
Well,
apparently,
there's
because of the
something that
game.
happens right before that where there's a glitch.
No, that's after.
That's after.
Oh, is that after?
That's
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's out.
Because he keeps talking to him, and then it happens
Yeah.
near the end of
when
their.
he's
Like,
getting to,
what
to the
conversation.
actual explanation about
Like-
who was saying something to him.
Yeah.
So what we learn is that these elves can hear humans, or they know who the humans are because some voice is telling them
to kill humans.
to kill,
kill
humans,
humans.
and who the humans are. But when it comes to Jinwoo, they don't get anything.
Mm-mm.
There's no voice, no nothing. They don't think that he's a human.
Yeah.
So
They think
first
he's a
off,
They have no
monster.
intention to kill him.
yeah, because he's not a human.
Yeah.
So there's that. Now we just got some other stuff. He is. We know that he is not really human.
Yeah.
He is something else altogether now.
100%.
And I think clearly it's because of the game that brought him back.
Yeah. And then the ice elf was like, keeps telling him his story, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, and we are.
Yeah, because Jinwoo asked him like, "Who's telling you this?" And
Yeah.
as he gets to that point, he glitches
That's what it was.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
resets,
Yeah.
and he just kind of continues.
Back where it was like,
Yeah, and it stopped.
yeah.
And then they fight.
So this is just one giant video game.
An isekai and an
But the
isekai.
thing is, it has to be like it's like a video game.
It's a reverse isekai.
Yeah.
Because the monsters are in a new world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's like an alien race came down and like basically like implemented a video.
Hey,
game.
you're getting ahead of yourselves. Don't assume anything.
Whoa! Spoilers! That I think you might have hit something there.
I'm
The way he
spoiling
saw-
the entire
Oh my
show
God.
right now.
If you didn't say anything,
Look.
it would have just been theory. But
Look.
you tell him to stop. You just confirmed
we gotta
something.
stop right now.
You just confirmed.
I'm on a Sheldon conspiracy hole right now. Okay, we're here.
Welcome
Alien
to the
race came
X-Files, my
down.
friend.
That's how the people got their powers. You see, bang, because they all awaken at a certain point. So how did they awaken?
They say reawaken too.
They say,
Oh shit! Oh, hey, it's like the Matrix, son.
yeah. So is he just a digitized version of himself?
Hey yo, I'm
cooking.
Look at his face.
I'm chefing.
Look at his face.
Can
No,
you get
but-
me some supplies? Because I'm
blowing
cooking
it.
right
Okay,
now.
okay. The aliens is
Wait,
a-
wait,
Oh my God.
Don't
Why are
actually
you
spoil.
doing this?
Don't confirm
it's
anything.
the premise for the sequel.
Okay, just
We're just
leave,
not-
let's
but
leave it
that's
at that.
still spoilers.
Let's leave it at that.
That's still
But
spoilers.
nothing happens with aliens in this one.
So there are aliens. Why
Maybe.
would you say
Because it's the
anything?
sequel.
That doesn't matter.
It's not canon.
It doesn't matter. It does not
It's
matter.
not
You
canon.
just spoiled things.
It's not canon.
It's not canon. It isn't technically it isn't canon.
It's not canon.
It doesn't matter.
Because if it's
Why?
because it's not
It's-
technically out. They haven't released anything.
No, it's because it's not. It's a completely different author. It's a completely
There.
different author.
Completely. So it's basically just a spin-off.
Yeah, it's a spin-off.
See, I can read the minds.
How can a
of
different
these-
author write a title of a book that was made by the originator? Isn't there some sort of copyright thing?
No, you just
No.
ask.
Yeah, you could.
Because-
Oh, so he got permission
No, he got
might have got
permission,
permission.
to get you use the name Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
from the author.
Yeah.
So it's like it's canon.
It's not
No,
canon.
it's not canon.
He gave him permission.
Yeah, but that's just like no. This is his take
It's
on
just
things,
like-
his spin on things.
It's just like Spider-Man. The
If the author is not coming out to say this is not canon, it's
So
canon.
is it gonna be Sung Jinwoo then?
what?
Is it gonna be Sung Jinwoo?
No.
in the
You
sequel?
can't say that because like
It's his son.
There's way too
Oh.
many like online just writers who just write random.
yeah, but
smut.
they're not officially publicized.
Smut.
It's not. It's not.
This isn't officially
It's just,
publicized.
it's just online.
It's just online.
Oh,
this
it
is just
is.
like
Yeah.
it's like a
It's like
spin-off
the creator's,
story.
manual when he first came.
Oh.
out.
You know how like
okay.
they make the apps where you can just write
Yeah, yeah,
stories.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Okay, my bad.
it's not like an actual publicization.
it's not canon.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
He
I
just
thought
asked-
it was a publicized.
No,
thing.
no, no. It's but
Okay.
it is my conspiracy about the whole thing, and I was correct because
Yeah, you were correct because he just confirmed stuff.
he did
so.
confirm it. No, he confirmed basically a side story, but it's all good. We'll get back into this episode because that was crazy seeing that little like kind of that's a really big story element
Mhm.
just in that small little.
It
It was
is.
like
Chunk.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like 2
Within
minutes,
2 minutes. It was
and
like
you get so much. You have so many questions. There's
Yeah.
so many more questions.
Yeah. And then him and Baraku start to fight. Baraka?
Yeah. Baraka.
Baraku?
Barak. I don't.
Yeah.
Bakra.
Bakra? Whatever.
The Ice
Starts
Slayer
with a B.
King guy.
Mortal Kombat.
Din, 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 din. Might get copyrighted for that. I'm gonna
No,
stop
no,
right
no,
there.
no.
No,
Uh,
but what was it called? Bakra?
Bakra.
Bakra start to fight. There's some crazy action that happens because the elves start to shoot arrows at his companions.
Yes,
And this dude just comes in and like slides and grabs the arrow and shoves it back into one of the ice elves.
Yeah.
And then does some crazy
he, like flip and then cuts
shit.
3 more people.
Well, they were about to shoot. The people run. What?
I literally just said that.
Oh,
His
okay.
comrades.
Sorry. His
Yeah.
comrades. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And that's what happens.
Yeah. And then he catches it, kills him. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Yeah.
Where are you, man?
He's been listening to the jingles. It's not a
I
reindeer.
swear, man, it's so distracting.
He's never played with that thing this much before.
I swear,
Like-
my mind like goes and just relapses every single time I just move
Focus,
backwards.
man.
Trying. Okay.
Focus.
Jingles, man.
And so they get into it. It's a crazy clash between them. The battle IQ that Jinwoo had, like that is just in this show, is like next to Dragon Ball level battle IQ.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's just like the all of the choreography that's done
Yeah.
with the fights is so well done. It's it's orchestrated perfectly.
The
Like-
transition from frame to frame is very smooth.
Yes.
It's a way better animation quality than it was.
Yeah, and what I mean by
season one.
battle IQ is just like how they go about fighting each other.
Yeah, because
It's-
it's not just like they're just going and punching each other
No.
or anything. They're doing acrobatics. They're doing everything that you could ever.
Crazy
Yeah,
knife
I feel
work.
like their
crazy
budget
knife
got
work.
increased.
It 100% did.
just
It
full on.
had to. It's like quadrupled in
Yeah,
quality.
now I think like now because of like what it did on Crunchyroll and how it broke records, I think it's just gonna. Get
This
even
is the
more.
second episode, and I just rewatched the
I
whole
think this
season
has
one.
set the bar for power fantasy animes.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think this has now.
yeah.
You went from being a hater to the show is dope.
There
Yeah.
is one more I really want to watch that I think it's supposed to be sick.
Interesting.
Called
But
like
yeah.
Carry everything.
That fight just goes on forever because you have the flashes in between all the different fights that are
Yeah.
happening. And
yeah,
then
like the ice elves and the soldiers
Yep.
fighting each other,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then they get cut down only for a bear to come and cut down,
just
cut down an ice elf. That was pretty sick. I was like, okay, this guy's got a formidable army
Yeah.
for now,
yeah,
but clearly he's like, it's not enough. I need stronger.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I believe right after that, that's when Iron gets called in. Correct?
Well, what happens is
Kim.
Bakra's on one side,
Yeah.
Kim's on the other. Kim's watching this stuff go down. He's like, screw you, Jinwoo, because of you, we all die. And so he started charging at him with his sword. Backro's on the other side charging him, and Jinwoo's just like,
He looks back and he's like, all right, dude, I see what you're going to do.
we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then he gets Egress out, and Egress just stabs this dude in the chest.
While in this meantime, Backrow's running and he makes like a snow cloud.
Yeah.
And then hides behind it. Then he stabs him. And that's when he tells him to arise.
Yeah.
And a big explosion happens. And that's when
we see him
Iron
arise
comes
a
and
freaking player.
Yeah. It was
which we thought wasn't a thing, but it is a thing.
It's one of the hunters.
Yes.
It's the A rank hunter
Yeah.
that he brings up.
Well, I was just under the assumption he could just do it to monsters.
That's what I was under the assumption.
But clearly we were wrong.
Yeah. Which actually makes sense because in my theory, if you think about it, they're all digitized now.
Yes.
What is this conspiracy?
The Matrix.
digitized
Dude,
conspiracy.
this
the
is
Matrix.
I'm unraveling this story bit by bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Iron this who comes out this big character and
So it's Kim
yeah.
redone, and he looks stronger than what he was
He's a tank.
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
He's a tank.
Yeah, the bear's a tank too. Then Homeboy's a knight.
Yeah.
Is the bear a tank?
Like a familiar, you could say.
Bear's
a
name is
rideable tank.
Tank.
Like he's just his
No,
tank
but
in his
would he
army.
be classified as a tank if this was a video game?
Yeah.
I would say Iron is more of a tank because
Iron's
of the taunt.
definitely the tank because he has the taunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that aggro taunt.
Because he does an aggro taunt and we actually see the ice slayer Bakra turn and attack him.
I would
And it's
consider
like, you get to die first, and his eyes are all red.
Yeah.
I would consider the bear more of a bruiser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
Then we have this amazing fight with the choreo between the Egress, Jinwoo,
and Bakra.
Bakra and Iron.
Yeah, like I haven't seen a well animated like more than like the one-on-one fights in any other anime that I've watched in a long time.
Like, what do you mean?
Like one-on-ones are usually fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But having multiple
fighting and multiple people fighting like at the same time in the same fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they like to a certain extent they did it you saw it in JJK.
Yeah, but besides that,
But besides that, yeah, it is tough because there's
one.
not
I'll send it to you later. It's like Fog Hill or what is it? It's like the four gods on Fog Hill Mountain.
and
It's
I
like
think
three people fighting, but it's like sick.
and I think he's right because like when I think of Bleach, one of the
It's just one-on-one.
it's just one-on-ones.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool to see
Yeah.
some 3 or 4 people
Like,
fights, but
it's very hard to choreograph.
yeah,
like,
multiple people fighting.
multiple people,
Yeah.
and the fact that they did it so well.
And that's why they always
This
do
is the
giant.
second episode.
Actually, Dragon Ball Z did it in one of their movies.
It was but they fought a giant though. Remember when it was with Tapion or Tavion?
No, not that one. It wasn't. It was before. It was before he went super.
World's Strongest.
It might have been. It might have been World's Strongest where he fought those dudes.
Oh,
those
the 3
demon-looking
people.
dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was really
that's the
good,
one
too.
that I'm talking about.
Yeah, when he gets frozen, he goes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one that I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Yes, thank you. That fight is actually really good with multiple people.
Yeah, because then
It's-
he takes. Yeah, because then
That's very hard to do. Like
Yeah.
It is. No,
choreograph.
absolutely.
It's very difficult, and for the fact that they did it so well,
And I did it with 5
and they did it
people.
with
Yeah.
well, it's 4 people in an army realistically
Yeah,
because they
true,
had
true.
all the other fights that were going on.
going around in the background
Um,
as well.
Yeah, and so what happens exactly during the like right after the fight? I'm blanking. I know it cuts back to
it is the World's Strongest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it cuts back to I think her name was Bayek. Was it Bayek the mage?
I don't remember.
The girl,
The girl,
the Heejin,
Heejin.
Yeah.
Okay, Heejin. I couldn't remember her name.
and she's like, "Yo, is this like?" Or the girl that he brought with him
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like, "Hey, are like Hunter fights like this all the time?"
Yeah, it's
And
just-
she's
just
like,
like, what-
"No, dude, if this was like this, I would not be on."
Yeah, she's like, bro, this is crazy. This is other levels, bro.
This is something I'm not used to.
Yeah.
This
And
is something
I don't
else.
like it.
This is making me want to download that mobile solo leveling.
solo
game
leveling
to
game.
play.
It would be this is what I was thinking. This would be such a good game premise.
Mhm.
It'd be such a good
There's
video
a
game
lot of animes that would be
JRPG.
a really good game
Good
premise,
yeah,
realistically. But
they're-
like, yeah, this would be.
They
Well,
always
this
just turn
one's
them to
perfect.
battle arenas.
They always just turn them to battle battle arenas.
Arena fighting
And
games.
it's like, it doesn't have to be arena fights. Make it an RPG because this would be such a cool RPG.
My Hero would have been a sick RPG.
A JRPG?
No.
It's because it would be.
It
I know
would be.
a JRPG. It would be a
There are
JRPG.
good JRPGs, man.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying
feel
they
like you
don't
are,
tickle
though.
my fancy.
Well, we'll get that. That's a different topic.
That is a
Let's get
different
back to freaking. Let's get
Solo
back to
leveling.
solo, man. But yeah, sorry, you guys were saying.
So it cuts back to her, and she's like, "Yeah, this is like nothing I've ever seen before."
Yeah, this is new to me.
And so they keep fighting, and eventually, we get one of the coolest finishers I think I've seen like in an anime, where this dude just gets like plowed down.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
first he gets grabbed by Iron.
Yeah, he
a
grabs-
bunch of people.
Oh,
are
right. He gets
fired.
grabbed by, yeah. And then he gets nuked by the mage. He's
By
down.
mages.
Three mages.
Three
and he gets
mages.
burned up.
Yep. And then he's on the ground.
No, he cuts up Iron. Iron
Yeah.
dies.
Oh,
And then
yes,
he-
yes.
Then he comes up and he's like, "You think I'm gonna let you live like that?" And then that's when
Jinwoo stabbed
in and
him in the
stabs him.
side
yeah.
with his debuff blade.
And then he pulls it out, and then walks away,
Mhm.
cloaks himself again, and then Iron comes in and just
Yeah.
Whack-a-mole.
big whack-a-moles him.
That was crazy.
And then it cuts into a funny little scene where Iron's
just
just
like-
going ham and arm. He's like, "Hey, go!"
He's
Show
like,
some respect.
show some restraint. And he's like,
Super.
oh. And he looks
And
at the
then
mage, he's
the
like, oh. And the mage is like, ah. I was like, okay, comedy. Like,
I like it.
comedic. I like it. Yeah.
Cinema.
Yeah, straight up, man. Yeah, and it cuts to like the people waiting outside the red gate, like what they're waiting for, and slowly two people come out, and Bayek's like, "Oh, Kim," but it's not Kim, and he's like, "What the hell?" And then he sees Jinwoo come out and the other E class girl, and he stops Jinwoo. He's like, "Hey, I need to know what happened to my people," and Jinwoo's like, "Hey,
It's been 10
I'm
minutes,
you should be
right?
thanking me
been
because
10
I
minutes.
brought out like two of your people."
Yeah, you.
No, some of your people survived.
What Jinwoo does is he walks up, Bayek puts his hand on his shoulder, and
And Jinwoo puts his dick
Yeah,
on his hand,
it
on
legitimately-
his shoulder.
he
And
just
his
says,
dick
"Hey."
removes his hand and was like,
Hey.
"Stay away from my owner."
Do you see this? Okay, it's
He's tired,
45
asshole.
inches long, bro. Like he looks at Bayek and really just
Like really, bro. Like he says, "Really, N-word."
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He realistically, that's what he said because he just was like, "You should be thanking me. You should be grateful to me."
That I'm.
And
Here.
takes his hand off and throws it.
He's like, "You should have."
I mean, no, Bayek removes his hand. He doesn't get his hand.
no,
Doesn't
the
get
first
tossed.
time he goes like this,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
yeah,
like,
you're
"I'm
right,
exhausted."
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
and then the second time he goes, "Hey,
Yeah.
I saved your people."
Yeah, and
like,
Bayek's
yeah, you
like,
should be
yeah.
gratitude. Then he's like, "I'm sorry."
You know what?
I
He's like, you're
apologize.
right. You're right. You did save my people. Bayek seems to be a guy that cares about his people,
Yeah.
or just people in general.
Just
He's
people in
good guy,
general.
man.
Yeah,
He's good guy.
yeah,
He's
like,
good guy.
You
Spoiler.
know, if you're a stranger
He
or something,
seems like good guy.
He's good guy.
maybe not, depending on how your attitude
He can
is.
marry my daughter.
Oh, okay, man. Chill.
Not in real life. Anime
He's
wise.
cartoon, man.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
what do you think?
But good body. Rich. Good family. Superpowers.
He's
What's not
thinking
to
of
love?
marrying in. He's so brown. He's thinking of marrying in.
Yeah.
Oh my
Damn,
god,
brother. All right.
So after that, like, so Bakura's defeated. Jinwoo ends up dropping off the girl home. With him driving, he's like, he only collected one thing, and
He's
that
so
was
sad about it.
the ice blade.
yeah.
And he was sad that he couldn't get Baraka or
Yeah,
Bakura. Sorry,
Bakura.
Baraka. Bakura. It showed he tried to arise him, but
3
it
times.
came to a failure, which is a little, you know what,
Kind of sad.
sad, but it's understandable.
The thing is, he also got an army of bears
Yeah.
and
Like what?
iron.
How?
Yeah.
How
Like-
selfish are you, brother?
Yeah, like he's
Do you
like,
guys,
"Oh,
do you
man,
remember
the
what the
cool
rule
one."
set is for revival?
They have to be weaker than you.
Oh,
Don't
they don't
they?
have to be weak.
Well,
okay?
if you want a guaranteed
Totally.
capture, they have to be weaker
Yeah.
than you.
Yeah.
If they're
Guaranteed.
stronger, you only get 3 chances.
Three chances. If you kill them yourself or a summon kills them, there's a higher likely for him to revive them, and the time limit from how long has it been since they've been dead.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 The shorter the time period, the easier it is to summon. So that just means that it was just the
So
higher
he should have
level.
done it right away.
No, the higher level was just the thing that was stopping him.
Because he did do it. He did do it.
Yeah.
He did
I mean,
do it right
he did-
away.
And he also admitted that by himself, he would have been defeated.
Yeah.
So, and he had to use 3 shadows. So in order for him to gain stronger opponents, he probably has to do it more himself then, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because
But I mean, he still has now an army of bears.
true. You're not, do you think he has the ice elves? Just not the main one.
He has to.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
Because I don't think I saw anyone.
I don't remember
Hmm.
but he's read the light novel. I read manhwa.
I'd get the.
I don't know,
I
you
mean,
might have
I'd
read
just
both.
trade out the old like warrior dudes for a bunch of ice elves.
Yeah.
They seem stronger.
Or they'd be like frontline
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the bears
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the ice elves.
Dude, he could have a whole. He could take over the world.
He
It's
could,
over.
Literally.
He has a full army at this
Yeah.
point.
Bunch
You
of
think-
Legoles's.
Although he went up against Igris and barely won. So I feel like the S ranks could take Igris and that bear.
It was in episode 1 where like Jinwoo was like, if he actually used his sword, he would have lost.
Yeah. Yeah, he
but
does
since
say
they were
that.
fighting hand to hand, was
He won because of his strength.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, technically, Egret, and then one really cool thing that happens in the fight that I forgot to mention was he used the power he got from Igris, which
The grab.
the grab ability when he throws the dagger and he says, "You missed me," and then he goes like this and calls it back like
right.
Mjolnir.
That was an Igris power?
That was Igris's power. Yes. That's how Igris has that power when he's fighting Jinwoo.
Wrong.
And then he pulls.
See?
it is not.
No, it is.
It's not.
I just watched it yesterday.
It-
Just watched it, and he
It
got
is
the
not
skill.
from Igris. It
do you
is
mean?
from it's a monarch's authority. It's from his
his
job
job title.
class.
No, it's the ability that comes after beating Igris, correct?
Yes,
Oh,
but
And Igris uses
it's
it
not-
in the
Oh,
fight.
yeah, no, he's
It's-
technically
Igris
right.
uses it
He's
in the
if,
fight.
If it's Igris's ability.
Yes.
It's not Igris's
No,
ability.
no, hold on. If it's Igris's ability, but it's the monarch's rule to own it after, it makes it his own.
Okay. So the monarch's authority. It,
Bro,
it-
wait,
it-
wait,
okay,
wait,
okay. It is a monarch's authority,
Uh-huh.
and
You're
it
gonna
is not
spoil.
Igris's power.
No, what I'm saying is,
I can't say anymore because
Did
it's
he-
spoiler
hold on.
It
territory.
spoils a lot.
Understand-
It's spoiler.
I understand what you're saying. You're in the. I'm not saying that
tell
the
me.
ability is Igris's ability himself, but Igris can use the ability, correct? Or am I incorrect?
Incorrect.
Yes, he can. He uses it in that episode where they're fighting hand to hand, and then Igris is standing right in front of the monarch chair because I was watching it, the king's chair, where Jinwoo is sitting. He goes like this and pulls the blade and from across.
I can't say anything because it's spoiler
Wait, is
territory.
the blade the same as what Jinwoo uses?
No, it's Igris's blade.
Okay, don't yell at me. I'm
No,
just
sorry.
talking to you,
I'm just
man.
getting heated.
What
You
the
know
heck?
what, like,
Hold on.
a daddy's yelling at a kid, and the mom said, "Get away from me!"
I understand what you're saying. It's part of his class, and it's not Igris's ability. But what I'm saying is, Igris can use the ability. He was able to in that episode.
I can't say anything. I can't. I literally can't.
Okay.
I literally
hold on.
can't say anything.
So there might
Okay.
be more to this.
Sure,
right.
There might be more to it.
sure. But
Yeah.
he used the ability that Igris used, and he pulls the wet blade back.
I can't say anything.
Okay.
As
okay.
But stop.
we know, as far as we know,
Okay.
He pulls blade back.
Yeah, as far as we know.
As far as
we know,
we know,
think it's an Igris ability. So that's as far as we know. Clearly, we're wrong.
you want to
'cause
spoil
know.
us
I
so
can't.
bad.
I can't
but
say
it's
anything.
still technically an Igris ability.
It's not.
canon in the
Okay,
show.
so we just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Okay, we just have to wait and see. That's
Yeah.
that's how I put. That's
call
how
you
I'm. That's the signal.
That's
that
how
I'm getting.
mom is ending this fight.
I call it out.
Yeah, and that's where did they end it?
They ended
they-
it with
they come
back,
out-
They come back. They go back to.
They come back out of the thing, and then it cuts out, and then it cuts at him at nighttime.
and somebody's watching him.
And no, in the he's in the washroom, and he like
his sister. Yeah,
he-
he's like, this is the third time.
yeah, he's like, this is the third time that he's actually had to kill a human.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then it cuts into the morning, and then he brings the same chick that he brought out, the
Right.
last time, And then
there's,
she's like wearing makeup and all dolled up.
Right,
And they're calling
because
him Jinwoo
Jin-
because she's like
Jin
have
who?
crushing on Jinwoo.
No, who's the
Jinwoo.
Jinwoo
Yeah.
is like chauffeuring them with brand new armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, dun, 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 dun.
His armor is probably making him like a B, A rank now.
And then
realistically.
they start saying some sus things, and he starts going crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
he's like, yo, you know she's
Jinwoo's a
underage,
D
right?
rank, right?
Pardon?
Jinwoo?
Jinwoo, yes.
C.
He's a C rank.
C rank.
No, he's D.
C.
D.
C.
C.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so his armor makes him up to a B, maybe an A rank.
Yeah.
At this point.
Like a low way.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So he might just get more armor that'll eventually get him to like S class.
Well, no, he had that crazy armor. Remember, he just couldn't wear it all because he's not big enough. He's not strong enough to equip it.
Is that what it was?
When they're traveling, he puts on this crazy red gear, like this crazy red
Oh,
full
it's
suit of
ca-
armor, and
it's
he just can't
'cause-
even walk.
It's Jinwoo didn't want him to be slowed down.
Well, he fell over. He just couldn't even walk in it.
It was too bulky, so it slowed him down a lot.
Yeah. So that's why he's only wearing pieces.
Yeah.
But
Because Jinwoo just wants him to be a gopher and pick up the items.
Yeah,
Right,
basically.
right.
So
that makes sense.
So yeah, that's kind of, and then that's kind of where the
Yeah,
episode
then he
ends.
says, hey, you know she's underage, right? He's like, what, Dad? And I was like, oh, all right.
Well, yeah, because they thought they were sleeping together.
Yeah.
and It's just about hunting gates and shit.
Yeah.
Realistically, so
Yeah, it's just a misconstruation.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny.
episode 3 should be good.
Episode 3, I'm looking
I don't know
forward
what
to.
it's gonna be about, but
What do you guys rate this episode?
ooh,
Oh, it's a solid 9.
yeah,
Solid 9.
I give it a 9.
8.5,
I give it a 9.5.
8.5.
Give it a 9.5.
Yeah,
I think it's nearly perfect.
all the fight. Well, actually, no, I'll say a 9 because we got some information about the world
We
a
got
little bit more.
big world building.
Yeah,
Just a
aliens are real.
aliens are real.
Aliens are real.
What do you guys give it, Pat spoilers?
Huh?
Past
do you give
spoilers?
Pat spoilers?
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Always
10.
10 out of 10, bro. Always
5
10
plus
out of
5
10.
on that. Dude.
That's a 4 plus 4. He ate it, bro.
Yeah,
Mhm.
100%.
let's go.
So we got some Daima stuff to talk about.
Yeah, Daima's continuing. Episode 13.
Episode
They had a little bit of a break week, which was fine.
Yep.
Come
back.
Yeah, and now they came back. So it continues from where this one actually continues from where it left off.
Yeah.
And this is Supreme King, Demon King Goma freaking out that like they have 2 Dragon Balls. Aaronsu has 1. He's got nothing. And he's like, where do you think you're going? And what was that other guy's name? Oh my God, Shin's brother.
Degasu.
Degas was just like, they're coming here.
Yeah.
And he's like freaking out. And he's like, okay, we got to shut off the warp gate. And he's like, what?
He's like, no one's ever shut
No
off
one's
the
ever
warp
shut it.
gate.
Yeah, no, he's like, no one's ever shut it off before. And they go down to some room. He does some magic thing on the wall. And there's a giant lever.
Yeah, and he shuts it off.
He's like,
and then he's like,
pull the lever. Wrong lever.
Yeah.
No, but he pulls the lever and warp gate Sama shuts down.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like the face he made. You would have thought he like shot like his own dog.
Yeah, literally.
he put
Freaked out
like
big
he
time.
put 2 in the head of Old Yeller.
He was like, why did it have to be me?
Yeah, like oh.
I mean, if you didn't want it to be you, why are you doing it?
yeah, why are you here, dude?
Yeah, straight
Go
up. This is what you signed up
Yeah.
for. You're in it. This is what you wanted.
You wanted your banda to be the #1 man.
Yeah, and now you are.
Yeah, look.
This is how it gets done, man.
Stupid.
You idiot.
Yeah, dumb,
You
dumb.
idiot. And then they shut it down.
Yeah, and then that thing, it's so sad though.
Yeah.
His eyes like
He's
look like this, and he's like,
and then bloop, and he just
it would
floats
have
there.
been worse if it turned upside down.
Like a
And
fish?
yeah.
Oh my God.
It
That
looked
would-
like just it fell asleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. But you're right. It would have been worse if he turned upside down. They're like, oh, that dude's dead. It's like a fish. Yeah. And then we cut to Goku and the gang traveling.
Goku
And
and
they're
company.
flying in their ship. And then all of a sudden, their ship turns off.
Yeah.
And that starts to crash. And the old Namekian dude's like, oh, if we land in the water, we'll get eaten by the Krakens. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
big deal. I don't understand.
Mhm.
But they end up dropping in some forest called, they drop on a planet,
Yeah, Mega Planet.
Mega Planet.
Mhm.
And we're like, okay, what's Mega? And it's the most obvious things.
Everything
big,
is big.
mega sized.
Yeah.
Everything is mega sized.
Mega sized.
And the first things they come across, like the old
Our
Namekian.
hamsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our hamsters. The old Namekian dude's kind of freaking out because he's like, we need to get out of here. Not
And
even
then
the
hamsters come out.
He's like,
and then
not
they're-
even the Demon Kings come out here.
we can't
And
be
then-
here.
yeah.
Oh,
He's-
what to do?
And so Goku's like running around. He's like, I don't want to hate it. Seems cruel. And Vegeta just comes out, just starts
Just
beating the hell
The
out
Michael
of him.
Vick of hamsters, he is.
You get this one and this one.
You're
He's
gonna
just-
fight for me and then fight me.
He's just knocking hamsters out left and right. And
Yeah, because Goku was like, it's too cruel. We can't do that to them.
You think they're so cuddly?
and then some shaking happens.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then we see one of, what did they call them? A mega something?
a Megath child.
A mega.
Megath
yeah.
child.
And the Neville was like, yeah, that's just a child. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you better run. Yeah, these things are freaking giant, enormous.
Yeah.
Like,
And-
If you
huge.
could picture Sloth from the Goonies, have you ever seen it?
And he has a dog.
Yeah.
and he
dog
goes to
starts-
school.
Yeah.
He has a school.
He's
There's-
learning.
We know that there is
He's book learned.
We learned a lot about the Megath world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They
have a,
eat fried tentacle
Yep.
of the Kraken.
uh-huh, Yep. Which can be bought at their convenience stores.
That was surprising that they have convenience stores.
They have
on this planet.
convenience stores, which means they could end world hunger.
Which means for them, they're normal size.
Yes. So can you imagine if Ku went to go do some chocolate from there?
Oh, I feel like dude would have been in like Cloud 9.
Yeah, he would have had diabetes.
He needs insulin shots.
Every fight. He's like, "What's your rating?" He's like,
Chocolate.
Oh man.
Yeah.
like Paul Blart. He just tipped over, has to eat that dirty lollipop.
Yeah. So they're doing that. Bulma and what's that girl's name now?
Pansy.
Pansy. They're trying to fix the ship. Bulma learns about the ship and like what powers it. Some like Magite, which is just like a giant crystal thing.
Yeah, that's found on the top of the second world, but the bottom of the second world, but the top of the third demon world.
And apparently there's a lot of it, but it's heavily like
Valued.
It's heavily valued.
And so the Supreme Demon King doesn't let anyone touch it, and it's controlled by him.
That's correct. Yes. Thank you for that. That's actually a good recall.
But then it's used. It's a material that can be used to like just
Power everything.
Power
everything.
And it's
right?
used by acidic water.
Which can power it for 30 years, they said.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there's some correlation between like Warp Sama, these Magite things. Because when they shut down Warp Sama, dude, the Magi things stopped working. Right? So there's something there a little bit. Something there a little bit.
So
Bulma and Pansy are trying to fix this thing. They're fighting this dog thing.
Yes, because the dog sniffed out Goku.
Yeah.
Yep.
They get into it. Goku gets slapped into the fur. They fight some giant.
Never a peaceful
Ticks.
day for him. Dude.
No, dude just can't chill. And they just keep fighting these things until the ship is fixed. Essentially,
he hits a Kamehameha
At-
on the dog.
on the dog.
Yeah,
And
or
slaps-
dude rocks the dog.
dog goes flying.
Dog goes
Like he got punched in the face by the
Yeah.
Kamehameha wave
yeah.
and just went flying.
Then
But
that's when the
it did
child's
no
like,
damage
yo,
to the dog. The dog was
No.
fine.
Yeah, the dog
Yeah.
was fine.
that was like that old. Then the kid
And
woke
then-
up like, you kicked my dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Two,
You come into my yard and kick my dog.
you come on my dog."
Yeah.
And then he just goes. The kid just starts like messing with them
Yeah.
and starts
Mhm.
swatting at him and trying to
Poking
get
him with the stick.
Yeah.
And then he's about to fucking just slap him, give him the hand of God, and then Goku comes and is like, "Meow!"
No,
Don't
don't
do
do
it.
it. Don't
My
hurt my
friends.
friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
and
Then they
stops
fly
him,
away.
and then they fly away, and then
Well, Goku
they-
goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Goku does go Super Saiyan, yeah.
And he went like Wukong on this giant
Yeah,
because he
with
took out Nyobu and whacked his power pole against the dude's ruler.
Yeah. Like stopping a
You
nun
really
from
have
hitting
to-
a child.
You really have to think. I was talking about this during the episode. This Megath world is universe breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Super Saiyan 1 Goku
Was struggling.
was struggling against a child.
I thought they would have to fuse. Can you imagine?
That'd be crazy.
Like that's where they introduce fusion to beat
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah.
Uh,
Surprised he didn't go Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3,
Yeah.
but
but they do end up getting out of there.
they fly off.
And
yes.
then the Namekian, the old Namekian, he says something crazy.
He was like, "Yeah, just be glad we aren't in like Giga World."
He's like,
No,
like,
Vegeta
was
is asking.
"Hey,
Oh,
you said there's a more second terrifying." He's like, "You said this
Oh,
was the
right.
second one." He's like, "What's the first?"
he's like Giga,
Yeah, you know, there's like another one. It's Giga.
Planet Giga.
Yeah, it's so much bigger.
Yeah, that's exactly how he sounded too. Oh my god. But yeah, that's exactly what he said, and we were like,
Is
"So
he
there's
over?
bigger?"
It'd be
Yeah.
over. They're atom sized.
Yeah.
They'd
Yeah, to
die.
them.
He's like, those
100%.
children are big. He's like, the mega parents are even terrifying. And then
Yeah.
Peter's like, what? There's a worse one.
Yeah, that they. I don't.
He's
If
like
they
a
ever got
war-turned
out-
vet, man.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for this Namekian.
Yep.
Poor guy has been kidnapped twice.
Just transport. All you got to do is ask the Dragon Balls to transport 1 Gigath to Earth. Earth is destroyed.
Just one step.
Just one step.
Yeah.
That's
it.
And then that's where the episode ends.
Well, there is a little bit that we missed.
What?
Glorio got into
Oh, yeah,
contact
see.
with Aransu,
Yes.
who she just acquired the 1-star Dragon Ball, and they talk about where they're at. They're saying that he's got the 2 Dragon Balls, and she's like, they're all within my possession now. Like things
Yeah.
are coming to. Her plan is coming together essentially.
Everything's coming to fruition.
Yes, and then they take off, and all these beautiful colors come about.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Then
It was an
nice.
ethereal little world that they built there.
Yeah,
I
it was
did
a
like it.
7.5 episode.
yeah. It was. I'll give it like an 8.5 because I thought it was fun.
You know what? I liked the art style of the place they were in, just because of how
It's
it's
very
magical.
colorful.
It's very colorful, and
Mm.
that's something I really like. So I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
The
Wow.
second demon world has been so much brighter than the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It shows like they're going up more in class.
Well, that and I think he just spent more time developing
The world?
the second demon world compared to the third. The third was just like a
Barren wasteland.
an
like
introduction
Pandora.
to
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
Borderlands Pandora.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing Borderlands.
No, we're not gonna talk about
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah. There's
Sakamoto Days, boys.
Sakamoto Days. What are we
Great.
thinking?
a lot of people just died.
A lot of people died.
A lot of people died in this episode.
Opens up
like
with
right-
death.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
We get introduced to the legendary hitman, renowned in the underworld.
Total Sakamoto.
Yeah, dude is like beast mode. He
He's just killing everybody
himself.
Just
Yeah.
like it's John Wick style, like just brutal assault on humans.
Yeah.
Everything's a weapon.
Everything's a weapon.
Anything.
Pens,
Children,
children,
nails,
shoes, nails,
fingernails,
everything.
Everything.
eyelash, grain of sand.
Yeah. So it opens with him killing, like taking out a bunch of other, like, I guess, mobsters,
Yeah.
realistically. And he's just mopping the floor. Blood is everywhere. Gunshots, stabbings, all this stuff.
He hangs someone.
Yep. That happened too.
Yep.
And then it cuts to him shopping at a convenience store where he sees this woman that he falls in love with. Her name is, did they mention her name?
I don't
No.
know.
No.
They just said, I don't think they did.
They just fell in love.
Yeah, they just fell in
He's
love.
like they just say that he fell in love,
yeah.
Okay.
and then he got. They haven't mentioned the name yet.
I don't think they've mentioned the name of the child or the mom.
No,
Okay.
no names have been introduced yet.
Okay, so yeah, he met her, walked away from the mob, married her, had a kid, and it's showing him transition through these things, and then to owning a convenience store, but now he's fat.
He is fat.
Yes.
But he's like a built fat.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, his forearms are huge. No, there's a dude.
Gigantor-
he's got frat boy body.
I gotta say, there's a dude at my gym looks exactly like him. Just a ball.
Yeah,
Just go up to him and be like, hey, were you an assassin?
Yeah, were you an
At some point in your
assassin?
life?
he hits him in the face. You were
No,
like, Coop's dead.
but like his forearms are drawn insane. Like
Mhm.
he's got so
every
much
fight,
forearm
after every
definition.
fight, he's just fixing his shoulder.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on here, bud?
Yeah, and his demeanor kind of changed up too. He's like way more laid back.
Yeah, he's just chill.
nonchalant, just chill. Yeah, absolutely just chill. And they just lets his kid like jump on him and stuff, and he's just watching this other kid shoot arrows at his like shop window.
He helps around the town.
He
And then
does.
He's a town handyman.
Yep.
And then introducing one of his other old assassin
Associates?
homeboys.
Yep. His name is Shin.
Shin.
Well, we had this cool confrontation when that kid was actually shooting it.
Oh,
he
yes.
dropped the ink on the dude's pants, and then
The white pants.
Yeah.
and then
And he stepped on the white pants with his ink foot.
Yeah, the kid stepped on this random dude who walked into the store. He steps on his he gets ink all over his white pants. He steps on them, and then this dude's about to just lay into this kid. And I'm really happy.
Deckham jazz card.
But yeah, exactly. But he actually stops his arm, Sakamoto, and then there's
Shoved
this
a pencil through his
shoved
neck.
a pencil through the bottom of his skull.
Carotid artery.
Carotid artery.
Carotid artery.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Just straight through his brain, basically. And then it's just a dream. He actually just stopped him.
Yeah, so he still has his killer instinct.
Yep.
But
He thought about doing that, and then it shows up in a little bubble that he
Yep.
was thinking about doing.
And then somebody says out of the corner of the store,
carotid artery into the neck.
great carotid artery, great technique. And it's
a former associate of his.
Former associate.
And the dude's
of
name
Shin.
is Shin. He's like a telepath, psychic
Homeboy.
Assassin, dude.
that looks up to Sakamoto.
Yep. He was his underling, I believe he said.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was like, why did he turn on him? And then he sees all this stuff and the family, and he tries to even kill him after reporting in that.
Well,
like,
he says
You should leave him alone,
he says
boss.
come back to the
underworld.
to the other underworld, and
Yeah.
he's like, I got a family.
Yeah.
Basically, he doesn't say anything, but he basically is like, dude, like I have a good time. And then so Shin ends up going back to the mob, who is telling him to kill
So,
Sakamoto.
which he tries to go and do, but
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't
next
end
day.
up doing it.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
then
Sakamoto beats the crap out of him.
Sakamoto
Yeah,
just
just-
goes ham mode.
only for him to
Uses a
wake
cough
up.
drop to dodge a bullet.
Yeah. And
Uses
he
cough
started
drop.
That was
slingshotting.
shot.
cool, dude. He grabbed he didn't even he spat a cough drop at the bullet, which then made it ricochet
Yeah.
downwards.
Yeah.
That was dope. That was really cool.
To
That-
change the
The
trajectory of it.
angles that they showed off with that too, with like
Yeah,
him shooting it out of his mouth, the bullet coming the other way, and then them.
Colliding,
Flat.
and then you actually see like the break of the
Yeah.
I feel like
Cough drop?
That was
this
really
is
cool.
yeah.
they have just such cool. They had such cool shots in this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And such cool, interesting ideas that I was very interested in that fight. But then we actually get this confrontation between the mob boss and Shin.
Mhm.
And Shin's like, dude, please let Sakamoto live.
He's like, I'll die
Yeah.
so he can live. And Mob Boss like, okay. And then in his head, he's like,
I'll just
is he dumb? I'll just kill him afterwards. And Shin's
but all
like,
the meanwhile, somebody's listening.
yeah. Well, Sakamoto planted a bug on him.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Planted a bug on him in his gun
Yep.
and is listening to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Shin goes off against the mob and starts taking them out because
Shin doesn't know that the bug has been
he doesn't know
planted.
that he's bugged.
Yeah.
All he knows is Mob Boss is going to kill both of them anyway. So he's like, forget this. I'll just
I'm
take
fighting
you out.
for my life.
Exactly. And then Sakamoto's listening. He's like, all right, time to get up. Flips the switch. Everything goes down. All these weapons come up. He's
From the
got like
convenience store.
guns galore. It's like a John Wick situation, but better.
Yeah. It makes John Wick's arsenal look like light.
Yeah.
Like it was a full store of guns just everywhere. Every kind
it was
of
like
gun.
a kid's collection
knife.
versus like an adult
It
collection.
was like
It's
that
got
scene in the
expendable money.
Matrix. It's like, what do you need? Guns.
Yeah.
Lots
Lots
of
of
guns.
guns.
And it just
Just
loads.
everywhere.
Loads. And he picks up a stun gun,
Yeah.
of all things.
Well, I said this. It's basically a lightning gun.
Yeah. Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it's basically
It's Pikachu, it's
it
Pikachu and a
shoots
gun.
thunder. That's nuts. That's not how that works.
No.
Once electricity leaves the source, it doesn't stay alive.
Yeah,
it
bro.
still needs to be connected.
Yeah, bro. That's not how
This is from an
tasers work, man.
ex-electrician and new doctor.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, we see him grab this thunder gun and he goes
shit.
he
Good
goes
one.
in to help, but Shin's already fighting. Shin's fighting for his life.
Uh-huh.
He's killing people though. He's going off.
Yes.
He's popping off.
yeah. And then
Yes.
Sakamoto goes off.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he's about to get cornered. And then Sakamoto comes out, save the day, of course.
Mhm.
You know,
Save the day, Sakamoto.
hero timing,
Mhm.
right at the last second.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out. Everyone's stunned apparently with
Comes
his
in like
electric gun.
static shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good reference. I like that. That's dope.
That's what I am.
Yeah. And he starts killing people.
Yep.
Just taking them all out.
Well, at first he's not killing people
No.
because at first you see him like putting people down, and then eventually he just starts killing
He
people.
said, "Screw it."
Yeah, he starts throwing pens through their heads and, and
Bust out some
shooting
knives and,
people
like,
and
cutting
knives and
dudes.
cutting dudes.
Yep.
You're just like, damn, dude, it really didn't take much.
No.
Like-
And then the fight's over, and the kid's like, I'ma just leave or something. And Sakamoto throws an apron at him with a name tag that says Shin and says, I'll pay you $800, 800 yen an hour. And if you do overtime, I'll pay extra. And it cuts to there, and it goes back to the shop. He's waiting for his ramen to finish. Shin is in a new shirt standing beside him, and Shin's like, please don't eat that near me. This is a brand new shirt. I'd like to keep it as clean as possible for as long as possible. And he sees an old lady looking for something, and he's just like,
And then he also makes the thing. He's like, also, we're running out of ramen cups.
oh yeah, that's right. He's like, we're running out of ramen.
You're eating all
stuff.
the ramen, dude.
And just like, you gotta stop. And then little girl, I guess Sakamoto's daughter, it runs and hugs him. He's like, "You look good in there," blah blah blah.
Yep.
And he's like, "Do you like to do this?" And he's like, "I don't know, man."
Yep.
And then
He's like, "What did you do before?" He's like, "If you tell him,
oh,
I'll kill
that's
you."
the kid who shot the
Yeah.
arrow was like picking his nose and eating his boogers and stuff. And I was just like, "So what did you do before this?" And he was about to tell him, and then Sakamoto in his telepathic was like, "You tell him, I'll kill you." He's like, "I was a cleaner."
Janitor.
Ding ding. Yeah.
Mop. I used to mop.
And so he helps this lady out because he has psychic powers. He knows what she's looking for. She can't find it, but he brings it.
And she was so surprised. She was like, "How did you know?" It's like you just knew. Like, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I
he does.
I come from God.
And that's kind of how that
It
episode ends.
Yeah, with Shin and Sakamoto forming an
Such
alliance.
a cute ending.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Such a-
wholesome. Thought it was fun.
it's a fun anime.
I liked it. I thought some of
8.5.
the choreo was really cool.
Solid 8.5
Would-
of an app.
Yeah, I give it an 8. Give it a
Mhm.
solid 8.
Yeah, I agree.
Started off
Give it a
strong.
solid
Started
eight.
off nice.
I think one thing that's drawing me back from this
Intro's
anime,
a banger.
intro is a banger. The only thing that's drawing me back is something about this weird texturing that they're doing on the animation.
When they're like super close, it looks like it's
textured. It's almost like there's like lines running through it.
Yeah.
Right. And you could see that
It's similar to what like Dragon Ball Superheroes did.
kind of.
Yeah.
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 It's very like,
but
and
like very toned.
it's very like it's there's
Toned
not,
down less
Yeah.
than Super.
Everything looks very toned down. And I think that is something that's drawing me back from it because it almost looks like it's supposed to look gritty,
Yeah,
right?
but it
Like,
also looks CGI, but gritty CGI.
yeah, and for some like coming off the heels of watching like something like Bleach, which is so clean cut and just so amazingly animated, and something like Solo Leveling that's airing right now, it's tough because I guess those are just so polar different in their style that it's not maybe something I'm really interested in right now, and that's maybe why I give it an 8 out of 10.
No, 100%.
I think the story's there. I like the fun loving stuff. I like the fighting and stuff like that. The
You
choreo is
just
cool.
wait. I'm caught up in the manga, so I know what's happening.
I'm excited.
I'm loving
Okay.
it.
I'm excited, but yeah, 8 out of 10. Still have my reservations.
Okay. Yeah.
We
8 out
have
of 10
to.
too.
Yeah, 8
I kind of agree with that.
It's all 8.5.
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
okay. Okay.
Cool.
Pat, what do you give it?
You're a 7.
7.
I don't know. The animation seems off to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
does.
I'm not the only one.
Well, maybe it's because I'm biased for it.
To what?
'Cause The first trailer that they released,
Yeah.
the animation looked really doo doo.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not really anything to run home about, but definitely something that you can just throw on casually and probably enjoy it. Like it just seems like one of those fun romps, kind of like Daima. If you're not a big fan of like,
It is a big comedy, so
so yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. We're looking forward to doing it, but we still have just a little bit more to talk
A little
about.
bit of Marvel news.
Yeah.
This is more of a rumor than anything else, I think, right now. But apparently, Marvel is looking to recast T'Challa, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman's role. They're looking
No.
to actually replace. And it makes me wonder why. Was Shuri not good enough? Was Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever not a good enough film that they were
I
like,
think that was more, and I know we talked about this a little bit, but I do think that it's actually more because Black Panther 2 was a love letter to Chadwick Boseman
right,
and the continuation of his story,
right.
which just got cut short, which kind of sucked, right? Because we wanted more from that story. He had a I would say a good, not like a phenomenal movie, but Black Panther 1 was a good movie. It had solid pacing. It was good. We wanted to see more from that.
The
Obviously,
album
we
was a
didn't get it.
banger.
Album was fire. Let the soundtrack really, I mean, that carried the movie. No, but Black Panther 2 was just the continuation on of that story. So I think
A little bit. It was also just about like, it wasn't about like royalty versus royalty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or people are like a king or queen, whatever, defending their kingdom against like another invasion that's happening. It was about like Shuri getting over the loss of T'Challa,
yeah,
trying to fulfill those roles,
Yeah.
and she's trying to figure out if she wants to do like fighting Namor the entire time. It wasn't really ever about the people; it was just her getting her anger out
it
about
was.
like losing her brother.
Yeah, and not only that, like just the she isn't really supposed to be like the big fighter. Obviously,
Not
she's
yet.
supposed to be
Not this soon. anyway.
not this soon. She's supposed to be the tech part, right? So it does make sense that they'd bring someone else in, and we're at this point we're so multiversal, it doesn't really matter.
And I think that's kind of the thing as to why they may be looking at to recast, because eventually once they open up more about these multiversal things that are coming out, like Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, like there's going to be variants of heroes coming.
Yeah.
And it's not just all Shuri, like it's going to be mostly
makes sense, because then they could use
T'Challa.
and then they could recast that. Or I thought it was gonna, because they at the end they
had the boy, right?
Yeah.
Like T'Challa's son.
Yeah.
But it's still too soon. He's way too young.
Yeah.
Way too young.
Unless they do a big time skip.
But at that point, you're aging characters.
Yeah.
You're skipping stories.
I think what we're gonna see is an alternate universe with maybe either that son grown.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
they'll say like they won't say like they'll bring in the variant, but it won't be and like
Or the
Chadwick
kid was
Boseman's
lost in time or
T'Challa.
something.
Yeah, but it'll be like his son T'Challa.
Yeah. Or it could be just a different T'Challa.
it could be.
There's
right.
many possibilities.
There's many possibilities, and I'm excited to see this because this is a character that is very cool. I think there's a lot you can run on with this character. There's a lot more story and depth.
Storm.
Huh?
He marries Storm.
Mary Storm. We have the integration of like
Halle Berry back.
of X-Men coming in with like Wolverine and everything already. I say they just need to open the floodgates. Like just start releasing
I mean,
stuff.
if they're doing it by bringing back Robert Downey Jr., not as Iron Man or Tony Stark, but as Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom, and then apparently Chris Evans is coming back to the Marvel.
Yeah.
Obviously play Captain America, and it's going to be more than likely a variant, which is...
Or more likely another variant of Johnny Storm.
That too. Captain Hydra or something like that.
Yeah.
They can recast T'Challa at this point.
Yeah.
And
Can
do
you,
whatever
if you
they
guys
want.
do,
I think they
I have one request for it. It's going to be out of this world, but I want Wesley Snipes as King T'Challa.
T'Chaka?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy.
No. As like if they
Old
bring
man
in
T'Challa?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think
But he's Blade.
Yeah.
I think what they did with
surprise
Deadpool was they really dipped their toes into the whole variant world with everything.
Yeah,
in
with
that.
like how they did it with Loki.
Yeah, and they wanted to see how it. I think this was just like to test the waters for what's to come. I think we are gonna get something
Because they didn't do
well.
too well.
I see what you're saying. Like when they did the Cavalry, they were like, and people were like, okay, we can see Henry Cavill being Wolverine next after Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
So okay, I can see what you're saying.
Because they're re-dipping the toes because they
And
when they did it
the
with
thing-
Loki, no one like.
And the thing
everyone's
is,
like, what the fuck?
Ryan Reynolds also like because it's a Deadpool movie. There's not as much weight.
Right.
It's not
That's
as
fair.
weight. So you can start throwing things in there
Yeah.
and testing the waters.
Right.
And I think that's what Disney kind of wanted to do with the Deadpool film was really test the waters to see like where this is at. Because I think they were just like, I think they do feel that backlash of like people like, what's going on with the story, man? Like you're everywhere.
Right.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't even know what's going on.
They don't even know what's going on. They got to reel it back in. Right. So they're testing the waters for this stuff. And I think this new story that we're going to get into hopefully will restructure this.
Yeah.
Right. This
Who
kind
would
of
fill
mess.
those shoes though after a Chadwick?
Very difficult.
Like
Those are big shoes to fill, dude.
Like I'm sure they'll do a great job, but people will always compare Chadwick to this whoever plays him next.
it's like if you replace
It's like Michael Keaton in the Christian Bale debate.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
It's like if you took like a new Iron Man now that Iron Man's dead and we're like, okay, we're introducing a new Iron Man. It's like how? Like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like that's it.
Well, see, that's the thing though. My issue with this is like you can't just kill off these characters or lay them to rest because people are going to want to see Iron Man, Thor, Captain America a lot of the time. Sure, you can introduce new characters, but those are characters that are staple in the Marvel universe. Yeah, they do it in comics. They keep them alive. It never really changes. Sure, they get like other characters to don the mantle, but people always go back to the OGs because the OGs is what makes it.
Time travel.
Time travel or alternate universe variants, things like that.
Yeah.
So like, they can still live on, and will they be as good? Probably not, but it'd be just refreshing to see a new person with kind of a little bit of a newer take on this character as they grow and evolve. Just to keep those characters going.
You know what you could do too? You could just legitimately, you could even have it be part of this universe.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because you could just say it's a different Earth.
That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's
That's what
a
they do in the
million
comics all the time.
Exactly.
This is Earth 139123.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
what?
I've never heard of this Earth before in my life, and you're like, okay, well, I guess we're rolling with it, and yeah, you just roll with it. You could do these movies, these offshoots of
gay,
cool stories
Batman's
that you're
black.
building just on different Earths with different Iron Men. They don't have to tie into the MCU. You could still do them as standalones, and they'll make crazy bucks.
Absolutely.
Crazy bucks.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's where it's kind of at. I don't know. Who would you guys want to see?
Wesley Snipes, dude.
Okay.
Wesley Snipes is tough. I say bring in new talent. You get a brand new moldable person, and that's what they kind of did with Chadwick. In a
Uncle
sense.
B. Jordan.
Well, no, he was.
Chadwick was already established. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong,
because
but
with 42.
yes, with 42, he was
42 was
he was established, but he was still a pretty young
Yeah.
in his acting
Shamik
career.
Moore.
Shamik
Oh,
Moore.
yeah, right?
No.
He's gonna fall in love with Shuri.
Or is it Tariq Moore? I don't know his
No,
name.
Shamik Moore.
Is it Shamik Moore? Yeah, get him there.
No, we just get
Hey, man.
Jaden Smith.
Or Jaden Smith.
Jesus.
Jada Pinkett Smith. She's already got the head for the bug in the.
Bald-headed demon. You bald-headed demon.
Can you imagine
Will
if she was
Smith would have to
casted
come out.
and they made that joke? Will Smith would have came and just punched Chewbacca in the face.
And then he would have just crushed him. Like Iron did to that ice elf.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
Oh, Jesus.
did this puny man just hit me? You're like, what the fuck? They're like, get out of character, bro.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
Mhm.
Excited to see where
I'm
this
kind
goes.
of.
Or if it goes anywhere.
Or if it goes anywhere, or if we get a cancellation like we did Blade.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean recast. We just meant we're casting his statue.
Yep.
Like,
So we'll see. See what
Yeah.
happens.
And then lastly, just real quick, Monster Hunter Wilds is doing another beta. When was it again?
So the beta is going to be February 6th to the 9th.
Another weekend thing. I think
And-
this one they said is more of a stress test, right?
The first one is a stress test.
Oh, okay.
And the
for people who don't know what a stress test is.
and then
And for more people to try
they
it
shut
out.
down
It's
for
called My
about
Girlfriend.
4 days,
Absolutely.
and they're gonna do another test 13th to the 16th.
Okay.
Ooh, damn.
So multiple chances to try out Monster Hunter Wilds.
So are we gonna play or what's the vibe,
Oh, yeah.
boys?
Like,
What's the vibe?
like day one, it's still a big buy.
So
I've
like, yeah,
tried it.
but 13th to that 13th weekend, obviously not me, because that's Valentine's.
Does that matter?
Does that matter?
Just sometimes. Sorry.
Well, I'm not here.
I know.
Yes.
He's terrified.
I don't
Dude,
come
like
back.
the eyes in here, so scared. I love you.
see. I love you. Yo, man, are you getting beat at home? Like, what's happening to you?
Blink twice.
I got something in my eye.
Oh my.
I don't come back until
trying
the
to wink.
10th. So
Call the cops.
Don't.
Yeah, we're gonna
Don't.
be
She's a social.
we're gonna be
worker.
light on guys.
She knows how to figure
We're
it
gonna be
out.
light on guys.
Yeah.
Andre's gonna need to come in.
Yeah,
Eventually.
true.
Yeah, I'm gonna be black and blue every week. You're like, what happened? I'm like, it's Shih Tzu.
It's okay, man.
It's kabaddi.
True that.
All right.
All right, that's it.
Thank you.
We got nothing else to talk about.
Nothing.
This week was done.
Yep.
Pod
Tip-top.
Tech.
New
Sack
New
Squad.
Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New Year, old
100th
sack.
episode.
That's a nice one.
New
Keep
Year.
watching because
New
we
Year,
will
old
probably
sack.
do
Almost like
more
New Year's,
giveaways. We will
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. But in the future, keep posted, keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. We
Yes.
need these things.
Tell
We
us
love
who you like and tell
guys.
us who you don't like. If you don't
Exactly.
like me,
How'd
I
you
don't
feel
care.
about solo leveling this week?
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
you thought that, you know what, it's not that good. And
It's
you know
garbage.
what? It's garbage. And Sakamoto Days is the greatest thing that's ever come out.
put us
Ever.
put us on some new stuff,
Put us on some new stuff.
and we will know if it's gross or not.
I know
I will
because we're going
ring
to
it
ask
through-
Patrick.
yeah.
Umberblatt.
We're, Umbelva.
Umabla. What is Umabla about?
I don't know. Pat, what's Umberblatt about?
it's a revenge anime
Uh-huh.
where he gets betrayed.
Uh-huh.
He dies. He gets reincarnated as a femboy.
Uh-huh.
And
Damn,
he
dude.
is
Gross.
wanting to get revenge as his femboy.
All right. There you go. All right. That's it.
Gross.
Sack Squad.
Umbelblot, Sack Squad.
Peace.
Peace.
Say bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.